everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So before we get started talking about today's apartment build, I just quickly want to remind you guys that I am currently running a giveaway. So I'm giving away 3 packs to 3 people, so 1 pack each. All you gotta do to join the giveaway is scroll down to the comment section and download Disney Pop Town by clicking on the link in the pinned comment. Then play for a little bit to hit level 50. Don't worry, it does not take that long. Then take a screenshot and send it to me in a DM either on Instagram or on Twitter. And if you don't follow me either of those places, you can find my socials linked in the description box as always. In addition, the link also works as a creator code, so all money that you spend in game actually helps support me and the channel. And I think that is all. So the winners will be announced over on the community tab here on the channel on the 13th of June. So if you decided to join, definitely make sure you keep an eye either on your DMs or on the community tab. And yes, the giveaway is worldwide, and yes, Dream Home Decorator will also be one of the packs that you get to choose from. And it's also for consoles as well, because I keep getting those questions. So don't worry, everyone can join, and it's super easy. So I wish you all good luck. Now, let's talk a little bit about today's apartment. So this is decorated in one of the apartments in Evergreen Harbor. I was about to say I don't remember which one it is, but it's called Pinecrest Apartments. I think it's in the right part of the map, if I recall correctly. These apartments in my game are fully upgraded as well, which you do through neighborhood action plans, by the way. I keep getting those questions whenever I decorate here too. So I think one of the maps is called Modern Development, as far as I remember. The other one has like green in it or something. I don't really. It's been a long time since I changed the neighborhood action plans, so I can't fully say like exactly what they're called, but I think the one that has the biggest effect on the apartment buildings is the one that's called Modern Development. So it's not because I've used like a mod or anything, it's not because I've used cheats, well technically I have, but anyway, to change the exteriors of the apartments, it's just because I've changed the neighborhood action plans. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go check that out. I believe you do have to, if you want to do it really quickly, you do have to cheat a little bit, but you can find that explained somewhere online, because honestly, I don't remember exactly how I did it. I just remember it being very easy. So when I sat down and started recording this apartment, I actually wanted it to be for roommates. So now I still want to do like a Scandi roommates kind of apartment. But somehow I started decorating the first bedroom and I pulled out one of the bunk beds and I just automatically made it a kid's room without thinking at all. So now it's a family apartment, but it's only for 2 parents and also 2 kids. I think it's because the new bunk beds are just so cute, the ones that came with the pack, and I like the color scheme on them as well. The one that I'm using today is a little bit more, there is one of them that's a little bit more colorful than the other ones. The one that I'm using today is very muted in the colors, and I quite like that, as you guys probably figured out already. But anyway, so it's just for 4 Sims. Of course, you could also have a single parent living here if you want. That's why I always, in case you didn't know, by the way, I always leave like information about the builds in my description box, by the way. So I'll leave the name of the build as it's uploaded to the gallery, and I'll leave the price as well. When I do apartments, I'll leave the price including the wall price as well, which means that when you place them down, they're actually cheaper. I also include information about how many bedrooms, how many Sims there's room for, and also how many bathrooms, and I'll leave the address as well when it's apartment specifically, because you don't really have addresses when they're normal lots. So I just leave the lot size when it comes to like other like house lots, not apartment lots. Does that make sense? But I feel like it's important with apartment addresses because the apartment has to fit, like the shell has to fit with the apartment. Does that make sense? It's in the same section of the description box where I also leave the link to the gallery download and also the tray files download, by the way. So just in case you were having issues finding it, you can, it's like around the middle or something. But my point was, whenever I leave in a double bed for the parents, I always make sure to write, like in this apartment, I wrote 3 to 4 Sims because you could have 4 living here, sure, but if you decide to live with like a single parent, it would be 3 Sims total. So anyway, that was my point in that little rant. But now you guys know, if you didn't know already, you know that you can find the build information always in the description box. So I actually wanted this to be very non-colorful, so like no colors whatsoever, but I remember that the one that I did Tuesday and also the build that I did Monday both barely had any colors. The one that I did Tuesday was basically just black and white and gray, so I decided to go for blue and yellow for this one. Sweets, I see you, just so you know. But it's definitely one of the color schemes that I tend to sway towards quite often when I do go for colors in my interiors. So it's very subtle, like there's one lamp that's yellow, for example, with a little bit of yellow in the rug, and then the couch is blue, but it's not like, it's not a very vibrant? Yeah, vibrant. Why did that sound so weird for a second? Whatever, it's not a very vibrant blue either. I'm kind of tempted to try and do a build with the yellow swatch simply because it's a very delicate kind of yellow and I really like it. But at the same time, I'm a coward, so I don't know. We will see. At some point, I might go for it. Also, I haven't used the other couch yet because I've been so focused on using the modular couches because they're so cool. You can do what you want with them, like just shape them the way you want. So I almost went for like a U shape for this couch actually instead of an L shape, and I don't know, I felt like it was a bit too much, so decided to dial it down just a little bit, but was definitely tempted to do that for a little bit. Everything else is definitely very light, very white, beige colored as well. So like, when I say beige, I mean mainly like the lighter wood tone as well. I actually mixed two wood tones because I noticed that the windows fit with, if you look here in the background, you can see the couch. That wood tone almost fits with the wood tone that you see in the window frame. So I figured I'd kind of make those match, but I didn't want everything to look kind of orange, especially not with the blue and yellow color scheme that I had going on. So I mixed it in with a little bit of the lighter wood tone as well. And I feel like it works. You guys know that I'm not like a super matchy-matchy kind of person either. I like when you have several wood tones in the same build. Unless they're black, then I can deal with it. I don't know if it's just because I like black or if it just looks very clean to me, like it's very pleasing in that way or something, but when it's black, it's fine. Although I think I mostly mix in some white and gray as well when I use black as the primary kind of wood color, even though that sounds weird, but you guys get what I mean. So when I use like proper wood tones though, I do tend to mix and match them just a little bit because I just don't like when everything is super matchy, and today is no exception. So I know not everyone would agree with that, but that's just how I do things, so I'm not gonna change it. That's how we do things here on this channel. I actually like this little modular situation that I came up with for the bunk bed here because it basically means that the upper bunk bed also has their little night lamp as well, like they have a little surface. I also decided to go with the boxes, so it kind of looks like they have like books that they read before they fall asleep lying inside the box, so they have a little storage space for their stuff. If they have phones, they would put them there as well, you know, that sort of situation. So they kind of have their own nightstand, even though it's an upper bunk bed. I feel like that's cool. That's definitely something, whenever I sleep in bunk beds, because sometimes when you go to hotels, if you get cheaper rooms, you'll get a bunk bed. I don't know, anyway. But also, I used to sleep in a bunk bed with my brother sleeping on the lower bunk bed, so when we were kids. And I would always, like, miss something to place my phone on or whatever. Did I even have a phone back then? Or maybe I'm just thinking about hotel rooms now. I don't know, anyway. Whenever I sleep in bunk beds, I always miss having, like, a surface to place my phone, because if it falls down from the upper bunk bed, you know, that's it. That phone is dead. So at least cracked or something. So I kind of fixed that situation by using those boxes. I really like those boxes as well for like shelving units and stuff. So, but definitely went a little bit overboard with modular pieces in here. They also have their own little open closet as well, but at the same time they have a toy box and also a dollhouse, even though I had to size it down. But as someone who's literally never had a dollhouse, I always look at the dollhouses in The Sims and I'm like, they're huge. How does anyone have room for this? Like, I don't know. So I tend to size them down quite often, but I hope that's okay. They're still usable, like you can still, the kids will still be able to interact with them, just like they still can if you size down plushies as well, so I hope it's okay. It's actually the same. Before we got the debug cars and people were using the toy cars just sized up, the kids would still be able to play with them. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it looks so funny because they would sit like with one of the big sized up cars in their hands and just like wave it around. It looked hilarious. So my point was, the toys are still functional. We're all good. I just needed there to be a little bit more space in there because they have quite a lot of furniture going on. So, but those kids are definitely into clothes. Like, they love displaying their clothes, and I don't know, I love the whole like walk-in closet element, as you guys know if you saw my overview. So, or if you just heard me talk about my dream home. Anyway, so I just had to include a little bit of that in the kids' room as well. And of course, also here in the parents' bedroom, they also have like an open closet. I actually, before I moved to Scotland, back in 2016, I used to live in an old apartment building. It was from like 1870s, I think, or something. It was kind of on the older side. I think I lived there from 2012 until 2016 or something. I don't really fully remember, but something like that. And it was an old apartment building, so it was very noisy, and it had like decorated ceilings as well. It was very nice, actually. But I used to have like there's a spider on my wall. Okay. Well, ignore it. Anyway, I used to have like a whole wall just filled with like an open closet. I can't focus. Sorry, that was totally random. I had to fix the spider. It was really small, but I just needed to fix it before the phobia really kicked in. So just like nip it in the bud before I start overthinking. And it was just like crawling around in the corner of the room, and I just can't not, you know, like I just can't. So anyway, it's gone, it's fixed, we're good. I don't know what I was talking about before. Totally rained up, but anyway. All right, I used to have like a wall that was like an open closet situation, and it used to be horrible. Like, it was horrible. It was not pretty in any way. It looked so messy, but I remember moving into the apartment and just wanting like an open closet kind of situation, because as you guys know by now, like my dream closet, my dream home involves a walk-in closet. So I kind of wanted to have something like that, but it just ended up looking all kinds of messy. So I'm gonna wait until I can dedicate a room to it, and it's gonna look amazing. So anyway, I promise not to talk about walk-in closets in the next voiceover. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video anyway. If you like the build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, you can find the tray files on Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box. If you like Roblox videos, definitely check out my Roblox channel. And if you like lifestyle videos such as vlogs, definitely check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box. And that's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on. Make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never ending sunshine. Feels like everything